everyone, I'm JD from Willowbound Journals, and I have finally done an Etsy restock. So I wanted to do another flip through of this one now that I have added to it. And I'll share the journals that I have now put into my Etsy shop, Willowbound Journals. The link to that shop is down below in the description box. And I also wanted to let you know I have a 50% off sale for all of my printable kits in my Etsy as well. So before I do a full flip through of this one, I have placed in my Etsy shop the remaining vintage French journals. So there are 3 left. There were 12 in the collection, and I have kept one for me. They have 3 signatures. All of these ones I've done flip throughs of on my channel before, but basically these ones are just filled with vintage French goodness. Some of it is antique, lots of letters, lots of documents, lots of ephemera, lots of handmade goodies as well. So just give you a bit of a sneak peek, some gorgeous vintage stamps there, vintage French seed packet, vintage postcard and envelopes. There's just a lot of wonderful things in these journals, just packed full. I wanted to create them like a happy mail, a vintage French happy mail in a journal. There's a letter inside this envelope as well. So there's 3 left. There's the one with the pink bird, one with the blue bird, and one here with the red butterfly and the red stamp. So if you like red, pink or blue, this might be for you. Or if you just like vintage and French, there's 3 of those left. And then we have one music paper journal left. There were 4 in this collection. And this is one that I've now put into my Etsy. Just a lovely cover here. I love vintage music covers. Aren't they just stunning with all the writing and the different fonts and text and the flourishes? So cool. So it's just a simple one here with a single signature, vintage music paper throughout, using paper from this music book, and coffee dyed papers and vintage papers, and yeah, just all that lovely variety. This is vintage French actually. And I love this for people who love music. Maybe you want to write about your music journey, or you just want to write about anything inside a music journal. This has some vellum as well, or especially for songwriters or for people who like to write poetry or lyrics and that kind of thing. It's a nice journal for that as well. And then I finally put the fairy journals in. So there are 7 here, and I've done a flip through of these very recently, so I won't share too much more of this, but they've got such a lovely variety of papers. I coordinated all the pattern papers and colours to go with each cover. So I call this one the Jewel Fairy, the Star Fairy, the Wand Fairy, Forest Fairy, Bird Fairy, Garden Fairy, and Sky Fairy. So these are all now in my Etsy as well. So finally glad to put them all there. This one is my favorite of the fairy journals. And now let me share, where do I put these? Stack them over here, and that one can go here. All right, so I want to just do an updated flip through of this one. So this one here is a special treasure that I was considering keeping actually, because I love this cover. But what I think I'm going to do is recreate this cover for myself, but I'm going to keep it with the same thing here, live the life you've imagined. It's like she's looking out this window, imagining her dream life. And I'm going to put this charm on my journal as well. This one here that says, inspire. I love that. And then there's all these other charms here, like faith, and this key with a crown, jewels and a button, like a shell button, and diamantes, rhinestones, crystals, like really, really pretty. I love it. And all this gorgeous lace. Think of it like vintage lace because it's got that color tone to it. I used a kit by by Boho Love, and I just love this photo. I'm going to recreate this photo. I found a shawl, so I'm going to get that shawl, and I've already got a clip, so I want to recreate that photo in front of my own desk and window. And I used a book. I love the black to match kind of the tones of the journal. It's very vintage, very sepia. The Ultimate Girls Night In, and that's like, it's another reason why I almost kept this for me, because that's perfect. My ultimate night is just a night in where I can craft and write and journal, and yeah, I love it. So inside I have got a whole bunch of embellishments, so lots of handmade goodies, lots of vintage pieces, and I paired it with vintage French letters. Like, a lot of them are antique as well. So yeah, it's got lots of my favorite things in here, just lots of pockets, lots of sewing, lots of variety. And then I added this piece as well. So this is a, what do they call it? A cameo. And I just thought the black tied in so well, and because it's a lady, you know, ladies' night in. Yeah, I just thought that went so well with the journal as well. Just adding all these little elements and little details is one of my favorite things about making journals. So look at that writing. I mean, that's cool too, but look at that. So cool. It's a vintage postcard. I love the way this looks as well, with a bit of vintage ephemera in here, or vintage style ephemera from the kit. And I just love that. I just leave it in there. It's so cool, but you can definitely take it out and write on it. So yeah, I took so long putting this in my Etsy because I was umming and ahhing over if I kept it for me. But finally I was like, no, I can just recreate the cover. It's totally cool. I've got doubles of these charms and things. So I'm going to recreate the cover for myself, and make my own journal with that same photograph on the front. This is a large letter that folds out. How amazing is that? Some more goodies in there. Like, there's goodies everywhere in this particular journal. As you can see, lots of antique letters throughout. So I really hope this is a special treasure for someone. Always the ones where I find it hard to part with them. What helps me to be able to finally let go of them, this is another beautiful large letter, is trusting that they will go to, you know, a good home, to someone who loves the journal, who it resonates with them, that it resonates with you and speaks to your heart and speaks to your soul, and that this will be something that you absolutely love, and that way I can let go of it because someone else will be able to enjoy it. My stamp, handmade with love by me. Some extra fun goodies at the back as well. Yeah, I am going to recreate this cover, and for my journal, yeah, it will be blank. I like blank journals, no embellishments, no pockets, no sewing. I even might do like an altered book for myself, but I really, really love this cover so much and want to recreate it. For me, the first thing that a journal needs, if I'm going to keep it, is a cover that speaks to me. I don't really care as much what's inside because, again, like, I just like blank pages. So it's all about the cover. If I fall in love with the cover, that's when it's hard for me to part with it. It's not so much what's inside. It's, yeah, this. And that's why I tend to always start, like 9 times out of 10, I start with making the cover, because once I have the cover, everything else sort of falls into place really easily. But yeah, I love this. I am very attached to this, so I have a photo of it so I can go back and recreate it. And then we'll have twin journals, sister journals, for whoever may get it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this flip through again and seeing my journals that are finally in my Etsy. Whoops. I hope you can pick up a treasure. And yeah, like I said, the link to my Etsy shop is down below in the description box. Thank you so much for watching and for all your amazing support on my creative journey, and may you fill up your own journals with your own treasure that is your heart and soul. Thanks for watching. Bye. A big special thank you to my beautiful patrons who supported me in April. If you like my channel and would like to support it as well, there are a few ways you can do that. One is by becoming a patron, where you get access to all my extra videos, including my member videos and the journal making series each month. And depending on your tier, you also get access to every digital kit in my Etsy, plus a new one each month. And there are various mail tiers as well, where I send you some goodies in the post. You can also support my channel by becoming a member of my channel by clicking the join button, and all of the information and links are down below in the description box if you are interested in supporting Willowbound Journals.